And welcome to Fury Cup Round 2 for Laguna Seca. We're here again. I do not know why we keep coming back to this track, but alas we do. Hope everybody is doing well. Early slot is today. You've got my lovely self on my own, Jack Jones, giving you the hostage with the mostage. And you've even got a little bit of me face as well. Don't worry, as soon as we pop on track, you can see a bit more. It's always typical, as soon as you jump on, you get to see everybody else. Hope everybody is doing well. Good afternoon, Racer. Bertie, I hope this is a private lobby, or he is at least one of yours. I am streaming this all on my own, so there isn't any additionals. One lovely Jack Me livery, I believe by our good old Enra. There is the Butty, Le Marmite, Mr. Vale and Kazimitsu. It's very difficult because my camera is above my TV, so there is a bit of a gap.
Emoji grin, emoji waving hand, emoji waving hand, emoji waving hand.
Good evening, hippie. Hope you are doing well. Sad face for Jack Mia. I think he must have been on a decent time. Rip. I am assuming this is a private lobby. I don't know who Petu is. Hopefully Bertie does the correct things in task. But anyway, so we have strong ghosting. We have strong ghosting and a weak shortcut penalty. Correct contact with rules, so if anyone does hit the wall, the game will be nice and try to put you in the right direction, but then it will most likely oversteer you. BOP on in the group 3s. Tyres is only soft and medium. We have a 10-minute qualifying session for multiple spinach, no tyre wear or fuel, with 180 second qualification time. We have 4 and 4 on the tyres and the fuel, no boost, real slip, and real track edge. And we have got to the max finish time as well. 25 laps, so the minimum requirement that has been set from Mr. Bertie is that you need to have, or need to use the medium tyres for a minimum of 5 laps. After that, you have full disappearance to yourself.
Mets required for 5 laps, I think.
Yes, mediums for 5. This is what happens when
Evening
the host
TJ, evening gents.
Good evening, Mikey.
I taps and as you said it, LOL. You racer, emoji grin, emoji waving hand.
See, chatbot doesn't quite give the emphasis on that one. It's yo racer. But I hope everybody is doing well. I have literally just finished eating, which is why I asked for that 15-minute delay. It's supposed to have started at 6. Everyone was okay with the 15 minutes, but shock surprise, the host's not ready. But it is what it is. We've got 3 cars out on track. 2 is currently still one of them. I love when the leagues are left on open lobbies. It's why I make them friends only.
Hippie.
Racer.
Emoji
hippie.
oncoming fist. Emoji oncoming fist.
I love how the fact that he changed the setting and then must have gone toilet, or he's gone for El Smoko.
Keep a rando for a grid crowd.
The thing is, with the 10-minute quali, I don't really want him to wreck anyone. That's the only thing, because let's have a check on him. He's probably one of those glorious EB people.
You Mikey, emoji grin, emoji waving hand, emoji waving hand.
He's a classic EV. Saying that, he's level 30, so he's done some sort of driving. He's had the game since like the 5th, which was like May. The thing is though, unfortunately, it doesn't tell you what his fucking sportsmanship rating is, but I'm guessing it's all over the place. At the end of the day, it's Bertie's choice. We are waiting for him to fire it up. And we're just saying that I should personally insert, but like I say, I'm not in charge of the lobby. I've legitimately only just got online. Thank you very much, Moo. But anyway, I believe lap times...
He'll probably quit in 5 laps.
I just didn't want him to kill anyone. So we still have a couple in there. Kazi... Okay, is my game glitched already? What is that? I cannot read because my fucking head's in the way. Starting in 5. Stream is live. Ready when you are.
Kaz's number is goofed.
Is it at... You see, I thought that, unless he has made a one for Iceberg lately. Let's have another look. See, Enver says 24. It's 24 on the car. Jack says 36 above it, and there's 36 on the car. Kazi says 555 and it's 241. So maybe he's been infected with Iceberg. Who knows? So, obviously, that is my line of the camera. I'm not doing that to be Hitlerish. But my camera is there above my TV.
Number is 666
That's
now.
the centre of my car. So it's like right at the bottom here of the stream. It's like the centre of my TV. But like down here, where you can just see my finger bouncing. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is though, 241's Icebergs. That's why I'm assuming that he's done a livery for Iceberg. But yeah, you can just... What I'm bouncing my finger off is my wheel. My mobile phone that has the chat is sat on my wheel. The thing is, I can't turn my wheel that much because I'm actually going to do some practice after this. So, I'm not going to torture everybody. Let's get some race info ready for the start. 1:21.2, it has the Kazi time for the moment, but obviously because this is qualifying settings, there is no tyres and no fuel. Very much able to throw it about and do what is needed. Oh, Jack's in the sand. And it sucks to be him. There is my teammates, no bias here. I'm assuming that is the good luck, have fun, keep it clean, bargain. Yep, it is. Let's just hope that Marmite is there, otherwise... It's interesting because I didn't think Marmite was going to run this slot. He said he didn't have enough time to do it and he was going to run the tonight one, so... He might be running a double bubble. So, Chaos Rising, sponsored by Mango Loco. Worst thing is the reflection's bad off the TV. Oh, let's get off of that.
M6 feels good here, surprisingly.
Everyone's just got the Uber revs off, so everyone's the last one to leave the pits. There we go. That's better. Not getting deafened. I'm not in a party, I am purely on my own having a stream. So the game will be a little bit louder than normal. If in doubt, let me know, I'll jump in the game and turn it down. But I have got my game settings turned down to 75%. So it should not be too bad. So Bertie has the C7, Marmite in the Astion, FT1 Yeetle, and the 17 Lexus. As we come up to the corkscrew for the first time of qualifying, everyone looks to be keeping it fairly clean. There's quite a few that are quite close together, which I don't know if I want to say I'm surprised about, but there. Spinala confirm. But here we go, we'll keep an eye on Birdie for his first flying lap. That is the first pit stop, because Jack has started on mediums. I believe that Enrat is also on mediums. So we'll wait to see how the strategies play out on that one. But for qualifying, we are off and on the trot. Appears to be fairly good. First couple of corners for the Bertie. Down the second, slight bit of tail end drift, that's going to cost him some time early. It's interesting that you can just hear the Chevy purr, but you can very much hear the Beetle as I flick back to Kazi, who is just trying to check in at the Sand Realm Hotel. Unfortunately, his reservation isn't quite ready, so he's had to go back out. Bertie making quite a nice move around turn 7. That is going to be my kryptonite, so if anyone is watching the late split, expect me in there at least twice. If I manage to survive it less than twice, it's some bloody miracle. Bertie with a little bit of a slide again out of the corky. Marmite is back into second, which means Kazi's had an issue down the corkscrew on this lap. So Marmite virtually uncontested for this lap. Still a little bit twitchy coming out the corner across the line.
Lead.
Very much. 121.553 as we drop back to Marmite, who's coming across the line now. That time's not too bad, 23 flats. Kazi's done a 29.6 with his error around the corkscrew. Jack across the line, 23.9. Enra, who has been very much on his own, just doing what he needs to get done on his outlap, about to go for his first flyer with 6 minutes 30 left to go. The American car at the American track, you might hope to think it's going to do well. Can't confirm and or deny, but he's gone a little bit wide onto the Astro, but seems to have kept it fairly well. Into the corky. Front right had a little bit of lift coming round there, but it's not too bad. He's still up, so it could be an improvement here. We'd love to see it. Obviously this is round 2, which should have taken place last week, but due to an unfortunate illness that came over Mr. Bertie, he was not up for it, and no one wanted to race here. I said it. Bertie improves with an 8500th improvement. Marmite, he's dropped back now, he's into 4th on track. Kazi's now come across the line, 120.2. Jack now across the line, 121 flat, so Kazi puts a very big stamp and yeets the Yeetle into pole position. Enra's the one to keep an eye on because he's the only other one that hasn't actually set a lap time. As I bandana her up, Enra with a 23 flat. That's not a bad time, I guess. It's literally 500ths off of Marmite. There we go, I've got me bandana on for tonight now. Take a little bit of stress off my chin, because I hate streaming sometimes with camera, because of all of this lovely chin fat. But hey ho, less about me, less more about on track. So Kazi is gone off in my favourite spot. Jack Mir appears to have followed him. Bertie is going around in the penultimates. Marmite potentially the only one on a clean lap here, except for maybe Enra. Marmite is almost 4/10 up on his personal best, so this is going to pop him into the 22s, but looks like he still potentially might be a second off Bertie. Marmite around the last corner, looking beautiful in that pink and black. Improved. Marmite has some dinks on the front. He's gone 8/10 quicker. Lovely lap by Marmite, 22 flat. Enra now got his eye in view. He's on a 20.7, which is only half a second off of Kazi. Kazi in the 241, though he's got 555 on the side, though his race number is 666. Someone obviously hasn't updated this livery. We'll tell him afterwards. But anyway, Mr. Bertie potentially on a clean lap, all on his own. 3.5 minutes left to go. But still, with a lot of the time, he's got 2/10 in his pocket to pick up. Jack Mir is still ahead of him by almost half a second, so it'll get him inside the 1 second range of Kazi. He's definitely not gone as wide and spinny as the last time. At the last corner, powers towards the line. Timing clock says he's lost to time, so that's not an improvement. Marmite coming up to the corkscrew. Kazi and Jack coming around the last corners now. Kazi trying to carry as much speed through there as possible. Really hanging the back end of that V-dub out. 1.2 down. Jack's improved. 120.9. Good evening, mashed potato. Hope you are well, good sir. Our gold split wiener. Very much thankful. I suspect a lot would be that we weren't ended up here during the GRT League 1.0. 2 minutes left to pop.
What's going on here?
This is the Group 3 Fury Cup Round 2 from Laguna Seca Dragon. It is the early slot. There is another split due tonight in about 2.5 hours time. And we are currently in qualifying.
Nah, I like Laguna. Hello everyone, emoji grin.
Hello and welcome Tyson as well as Dragon. Hope you both are doing well today. And last corner for Kazi, don't know if it's going to be purple or not. Haven't heard any pings, so I don't think he's going to improve on that 120.2. Nope, he's a second off that bubble. Enma around the last corner, Jack's just crossed the line and nothing from him either. Enma's improved.
I figured I'd watch this while they work on my truck, emoji grin.
Nice to hear, Tyson. Very much appreciated, mate.
Y'all, emoji waving hand.
Good evening, Rob. Are you joining us this evening for the latest split? As Enra comes tearing past the curb and is now purple in Sector 1. Don't know if he has been winding that Lexus up to try and get it for this last lap to steal it on the end, but appears to be right on the money. We'll stay with Enra for this one with 33 seconds left. Oh, he's run a bit wide. Commentator's curse. 720 and off he goes. Luckily there's no tyre wear on, otherwise he would have died. Yeah.
Possible.
As long as the missus doesn't, like, take out the Wi-Fi box again. And won't not be making that one as Jack and Kazi come round the last corner to complete these laps. Kazi, no improvement. Jack does improve by half a second. He's pipped Enra. 1 minute 20.478. Nice lap when it counts by Jack. Looks like Kazi has been able to cross the line before Jack did, so he's still
also
on the lap.
Also entirely possible.
Oh no. The host of the lobby.
It's 9 Rob.
The host of the lobby. The host of the event. Senior Bertman has had enough. Marmite is just come across the line. He didn't improve. His best time 1:22.1, which is still a very respectable time. I'd be very much impressed if I can get anywhere near that myself in the later split. I believe Kazi is the only one we are waiting on. Hopefully he's not going to be hampered by the car that's in front of him. Bertie is on a lap. Bertie dives out the way for at least Kazi to finish it, because Bertie isn't going to improve. And Kazi's lighting up. He ends up with a 3-second time penalty for his troubles, purely because he didn't slow down during the yellow flag, which is bullshit since it was qualifying. But alas, Bertie deals a 3-second time penalty to Kazi, so he can have a lovely little red dot by his name. But a very good qualifying session from the 5 guys. Ooh. And here we go. Let's have a little flashy of the lights. The bright lights and the bright flashing colours. So Kazi from Jack, from Enra, Bertie and Marmite coming up at the rear. Lovely side shot into the side of Enra's head. Sorry, I just really don't want to sit on board with one car.
Good luck, global racers.
Thank you very much. Nice clean start. Jack has managed to get the inside on Kazi. A little bit of rubbing. Almost 3 right down into the first corner. Is Bertie going up the inside of Enra? He did, and he has. But Kazi...
for Gary.
Indeed. So Kazi is currently got the lead from Jack. This is where the in-game cameras can be a little bit poor. Marmite potentially having a look around to the inside of Enra, but this is a game of nutrition. This is a 25 lap race, so there's very much a long time still to go. As we come up to the corkscrew for the first time, all the braking, all looks fairly clean. Not a lot of death, not a lot of murder. Everyone's through first time. Amazing job, guys. Great start. 1 lap down, 24 to go. Kazi coming through to the last corner. 4 tenths up on Jack Mia, who was 4 tenths to roughly 5 tenths up on Bertie. So it's only 2.5 seconds covering at the top 5, but we are very much still early. We do have a bit of real slipstream on at the moment, so there could be a little bit of action down into turn 2. Kazi gets in unaffected. Jack's run a bit wide. En was taking the spot. Marmite. Oh no, it's Bertie. No, Bertie's had an off. We've missed it. Oh, you hate to see it. Enra is now up into second, Marmite third, Jack Mia fourth, and is still trying to get those mediums clean. So
I need to be in this. Only 5 drivers. Where is everyone?
There is a
emoji
second.
Happy tears. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh no, Marmite's had an off as well. Didn't quite spot that when he's gone off onto the inside. The reason there is only 5 is because the rest of the drivers are running the later split. We normally would like to run 1 complete split, but unfortunately with the different time differentials and that sort of thing, it doesn't always quite work. So obviously Kazi, Marmite and Jack are obviously, as you can tell, UK drivers. It is 6:45 our time in the UK almost. Enra, who is in Norway, is +2 I believe, So where it is 7:15, I believe it's 9:15 for himself. But despite Bertie's flag saying that he is French, he's actually from Mauritius, and he is +4 hours to what we are at the moment. So that's very much quite some considerable time differences. Where the later slots this evening, there is a couple of American drivers, so obviously they are -5 or -6 depending on their time zones. So Racer, good evening again, is also, who is currently in chat, is one of our American drivers racing this evening, who I believe is on a -5 time slot or time zone, which would mean it's 1:45
a.m. here.
10:43 a.m. So that would put you West Coast then, Tyson. Bright and early. Got all the day ahead of you. No wonder you're getting your truck done. But yeah, there we've got Kazi on his softs, having a tiny little bit of wear, 2.2 ahead of Enra on the mediums. The wears do look pretty similar amongst the tyres, so doesn't know if it's going to be that much affected. Marmite 5 seconds behind Enra on the softs. Jack Mia 4 behind on the mediums, and Bertie is on a charge at the moment, trying to get that Sevi back up.
Happy tears.
Yes, about 8. Give or take the minutes and the 8-second time delay. But Bertie at the back of the grid. 1:45
p.m.
I always forget if you're east or central, Doug. It's that sort of 5 or 6, sorry. 5, 6, 5, 6. But yeah, Bertie's the one that's lighting the timesheets up, very much on a push. That's another purple sector for Bertie, which means he is giving that car everything he's got up behind the back of Jack. Kazi is out to 3.2 on Enra, 5 to Marmite, and then as I say, Jack and Birdie. It's only taken 4 laps, but the field has spread out a little bit. If everyone can stay inside those once the pit stops take effect, then I feel that it's going to be a very nice race. The points for this one are done per team and also done on at the time, so it's not the position that you finish, it is the time that you take. So as long as you have a clean and consistent race and you can set a decent time, your teammate, as long as they do the same, can very much pull you up the leaderboard.
We have one else driver in the late slot too.
Ah yes indeed, I forgot Mr. Seal, the Australian driver, who I believe is +11 to whatever UK time it is.
Something else.
Yeah, it can be very much difficult, especially when you're in the slipstream of another car. The dirty air can very much cause some awkwardness and instability, not pure English. The instability on the car, so it does make the front a little bit loose. As Kazi and Emma go around my favourite corner.
I am now starting to understand what this is about.
Haha, you're very much welcome, Tyson. Are we going to see a late lunge from Jack into the corkscrew? He's making a look on it, but decides very much against it. This is the closest battle we have at the moment, but there's a wild Bertman catching them up slowly. Marmite currently 6 to 7 tenths up at the moment on this lap, so he's having a good one. Enra is in on the end of lap 5 to get rid of those mediums. Jack has done the same. So that promotes Marmite into second, Bertman into third, as Enra stops to swap onto a set of soft tyres and fill up, and he's not refueling. So there is an interesting move there.
You have to save the tyres with rear BB.
Bertman's softs, where he's been sliding that vet around, do not look particularly nice at the moment, especially compared to Marmite's. Marmite's are just doing what they need to do and just getting the job done. The Beetle is having a little bit of a nibble on his tyres, it does appear to be a lot more hungry, you could say, with the tyre wear on the Beetle compared to the Aston. But then with the time differences in their lap times, there isn't that much away, so they're very much settling down to a sticky and normal pace. I suspect Bertie, if he carries on eating those tyres, is going to need to make a pit stop fairly soon. Enma out on his brand new set of softs, who did not refuel, so potentially some fuel saving going on whilst he's driving. And Jack Mir, who took a full set of fuel as well as a brand new set of boots. Kazi 10 seconds up on Marmite. Kazi with a 33.3 on that last lap round. We're very much going to ignore the fact of it saying that he made a pit stop when he didn't. Marmite just taking his time and doing what he needs to do to get around. Very good job indeed. Bertie's still going in third, getting chased down by Enra, who is 1.2 now. Those tyres on that vet are not looking nice at all, especially with the car behind them on a brand new set of rubber. So there's a possibility that Enra's going to be lighting the timesheets up if Bertie doesn't hold him up. Saying that though, let's jump on board with Bertie, or with Enra. I can't remember what my change button is, so we're not going to. I hate sometimes in this game. Enra, it looks like he possibly tried to move up the inside of Bertie, but didn't quite pull off. But Bertie is a little bit squirrely, so Enra still might end up making this move into the last corner. Do we see a dive? Yes we do, but it's Bertie into the pits. With 41% fuel, Enra comes round to go after Marmite. Marmite, who is only 3.3 up the road. Enra's first outlap sets a personal best on 22.7. Mind you, the previous personal best was on medium tyres, so he is not that far off the pace on them softs. But it looks like the standard race pace is around the 23s to 24s. Now Bertie on lap 8 is coming in for his medium tyres, because there is a rule restriction where you need to do a minimum of 5 laps on the mediums, so that's hopefully not going to cost Bertie. He didn't refuel either, so I'm going to assume that he's going to finish this fuel tank on this set of tyres. So he's gone 7 laps, so I suspect he'll be in on about lap 15 for a new set of tyres and a new tank of fuel. Marmite holding his own still in second, not really pushing it, but very much running his race, staying consistent as he needs, doing a very good job. Kazi's tyres are looking a little bit mutilated, but he's doing quite a good job around the 123s, 124s, so I don't think he's quite found the drop off on those tyres. We'll come back to him in a bit to see how he's getting on, but I don't think he's quite had that drop off yet to found the cliff on those tyres. Marmite's was running 123.5s to early 124s, so Marmite's tyres have very much got a lot more life left in them to go with this one. Enra, who is out on lap 4 on his tyres as he pitted on the end of lap 5. 22.0 at the end of that last lap, so very much now he's out of Bertie's air, is very much getting on with it and trying to narrow down that gap to Kazi. It's just under 10 seconds.
Less PC crash.
Oh,
hello
beautiful.
Once again all.
Indeed. I hate sometimes the blue screenless crash on the PCs. It's an absolute nightmare. Sometimes it's very difficult to be able to deal with it. There is Jack Mir, 12 seconds behind Enra, who has currently got the fastest lap of the race with a 21.8. So Jack has the pace, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad, and it's not going to affect him too much come the end of the race.
I'll try to be back, gonna drive home.
No, Stacey's still there. Stacey's actually still working for the moment. So
nope, she's just slow.
Yeah, she's very slow. The thing is I can read the message quicker than Stacey can say it in my ear. So in theory I should probably not have Stacey on. But I have, so I just end up, I can just respond to her quicker. Sarcasteritorous Dragon. I can never pronounce that. If you can make Stacey say it, crack on. But yeah, Bertie 28
Take
back.
care, Doug.
Indeed, take care, Doug, on that drive home. Bertie is very much having issues. He has lost some considerable time on that last lap. He's lost 20 seconds on his previous lap. So, Bertie is not having a good time round. Dragon, I'm very much more intrigued on who you actually are now. That is Kazi with another 24. Emma has got the time down to 8 seconds. He's only just lately got past Marmite, but Marmite is now potentially fuel saving in the draft of Emma as he goes a little deep into turn 2 and 3. But he's doing an amazing job in third.
Sarcasticarius. Sagittarius and sarcastic combined.
Sarcasticarius. Love it. If only you could fit it in a PSN name with GRT. Don't think it will, because I think that's like, what, 18 characters?
I subscribed and put a like in emoji grin.
Thank you very much, bro. Very much appreciated. Emma's pulled out a gap to 1.3, but the lead to Kazi is now only 7 seconds.
Emoji flexed biceps.
Thank you very much, Tyson. If you do and are a GT Sport player, by all means there's a link to our Discord in the description below. Come and join us. We are still very much active on the game, as you can obviously tell. But we are on at least 3-4 nights a week on GT Sport. There's other games that we do play well. Rainbow Six Siege. There's going to be some Minecraft coming to the channel soon. Myself is currently off work, so I'm going to be starting up a Civilization 6 stream during the daytimes, but I suspect you'll still be asleep at that point, Tyson. So it is what it is, but like I say, the streams will always be there, always be interactive.
Down to SD.
Potentially, you never know. But SD does sound good. But yeah, Enma now has the gap down to 5.7. The interesting thing is Enma has obviously made...
TNT2000 for those who don't know me with my real name, emoji grin.
TNT! Did not know that was you. Welcome, dude. Thank you very much. I just thought you were a newcomer. Alas, you are TNT. I will try and remember that one, Tyson. Thank you much, my dude. I hope I did a good enough job covering for you on Group 4 last week, by the way. I very much tried my best. It was quite an interesting race around Brands Hatch in that Corvette. Hopefully the last round goes okay for you.
Nice to meet you, TNT. I'm incognito myself.
Yeah, hello incognito. That's interesting. Kazi's just done a decent lap with 23.8 on some very, very warm tyres. But the interesting thing is he's doing an amazing job on fuel saving at the moment. So we are coming up to lap, and they've just started lap 13, and there's a decent amount of fuel saving from Kazi. Enro, who has already pitted and got rid of the 5-lap minimum on mediums, has still got a quarter tank left, and it's only 5 seconds behind Kazi. Marmite, who's also doing an amazing job on that same first set of soft tyres, has also got a quarter tank of fuel left. As in comes Mr. Bertman. I thought he was going to make it to lap 14. Not going to be the case. So he's in on the end of lap 12 to get those 5 laps in. Also, as he is out of fuel. as the pit crews get to work taking off those tyres. If he's churning through that much fuel, he might actually have to do some fuel saving.
Thank you for racing for me, emoji grin.
You are very much welcome, Tyson. Sorry about that. My microphone has a shit fit every once in a while. I think it's actually the controller has got an issue. But there is Bertie out on a brand new set of tyres with a full tank of gas. But unfortunately he's now almost an entire lap down as the race leader with a 4-second gap to Enra behind comes across the line. So I don't know if Kazi is going to attempt to try and drag this set of tyres 20 laps to then have to come in. Bertie's spun on his brand new set of softs. Hopefully he doesn't kill them too much. He's trying his best and he's back up and going, but the lead is down to 3.2 and Enra is still on a charge. He's on the consistencies on the mid to late 22s all the way back to the 23s, so he's very much pushing and chasing Kazi down. Marmite once again doing an amazing job. Hopefully he does not get distracted to the fact of having Bertman in front of him now. And then there's Jack Meir, who is 21 behind Marmite and 31.8 behind Kazi. Everyone seems to have got the hang of the corkscrew. It's surprisingly not that much of a difficult corner. It's the one before that's the big pain in the ass. 2.6 is coming around. I will take a guess Enra is going to be in the pits on the next lap, purely because he has sent me a strategy, so I know what the plan is without trying to give it all away, because it's coming into fruition at the moment. But 2.4, Kazi potentially has actually got enough fuel to maybe complete this race. Looks like when he does come in, potentially on this lap, he's going to also need to stop for some fuel. Jack Meir, who had taken the fastest lap on that 21.5, is now back under a half tank of fuel after he did take a full tank of gas on lap 5. 10 laps in and still got a third of a tank. Interesting to see what will happen with there. Bertie apparently had a purple first sector.
Enjoying the stream? Don't forget to like, subscribe and check out the links in the description.
Indeed, thank you very much, Stacey. 1.7 gap between Kazi and Enra. Looks like Marmite might have had a slight off, but it's nothing too serious. But the gap to Jack is now only 12.2. I was trying to wonder why Bertie's there, and Enra is indeed into the pits with 11% fuel. So he's going to be coming in for another set of soft tyres to go then to the end of the race. His tyres have not looked that bad despite all the left turns. Tyres on, tyres off. Marmite is in as well on lap 15. Thing is, Marmite is potentially going to have to go to the set of mediums and take them for 10 laps. Jack Meir has also come in and joined the pits on lap 30. So there is Enra out. Kazi, who has now got at least a 20 to 25 second lead now, is just trying to make it last a little bit longer now. It is just a 25-second gap to Enra, who has come back out in second place as he should have. Marmite is making his way down the side now, and he is going to take those mediums 10 laps. Hopefully he does not have an issue, or he's going to swap last minute. Jack Meir coming in out the box as well with another set of softs, only taking 70% fuel. Hopefully that isn't too much of a mistake for him, as he only came in with 30%.
Get to. Get like.
But Bertie appears to be catching Kazi. Bertie with another 22.5 on that lap round. 24.6. So it looks like Kazi is going to try and take these tyres 20 laps. until the tyres or until the fuel runs out. But he will be in on lap 20 for 5 laps of medium tyres. That is a certainty. Where the car behind is going to be on a lovely set of soft tyres and being able to put down some consistent 122s. It is going to be an interesting finale to this race. Enra has now gone purple in Sector 1. Let's stay on board with him for this one, because this could be a sub 120 or sub 121.
That's supposed to remind you of Quake or Unreal Tournament.
If I'd played it, or played any of them, I suspect it would have done. But unfortunately, I haven't played them. Kazi is in lap 17. He's come in to make the most of those tyres. Enra looks like he's going to be going purple and setting the screen alight, but it's not going to quite be that sub 21 that I was expecting, as he was only 2 down in the last one. Enra comes across the line. Is he going to get that 121? Yes, he does. 121.313. There's Kazi. Is coming around the corner now. We might see Enra go around the outside. Is he going to come in? Why won't it pick it up? Kazi has got out. No, he hasn't. Enra's in the lead. Enra has managed to double undercut Kazi. But Kazi's now got the next 7 laps on mediums, whilst Enra is on a set of softs. It's going to be interesting to see how this is going to work. But this is very much the battle on the track. Looks like you've got Marmite and Jack Meir. That is the other battle on track, currently fighting for 3rd and 4th. Everyone looking for really the last 7 laps. There's about half a tank of fuel, which means Bertie's potentially overfueled, but he's now not a lap down. He is only 1 minute 8 behind the new race leader of Enra. Pardon me. Jack has taken back his fastest lap of the race. He's just now on 121.2.
If you've played Counter-Strike Source, some servers have used the Quake or Unreal Tournament soundbites, such as Double Kill, Triple K.
See, if that was like a Halo 2 variant of like double kills, triple kills, that sort of thing, I would have picked that up. Because it was double kill, triple kill, Kilimanjaro. That I would have picked up, because most of my shooting preferences were on, unfortunately, a Microsoft console during the Halos, which I still adore and I do miss. Jack is past Marmite, but he's 20 seconds behind Kazi. Do not exceed or expect Jack to make that ground, but he's very much going to try and cement that 3rd place. Marmite, who has done an amazing job of keeping that car in the places. I very much expect that he could come in on lap 20 to get rid of those medium tyres.
Stacy just butchers it.
Stacy can only cope with like 140 characters before she stops, because she's only paid by 140 characters, I believe. If there was a way to extend it for every message, then it would be all well and good. With this medium light skin tone. Marmite still doing well. Still trying to stay inside range. Bertie seems to have got his consistency back on those soft tyres, despite the... I really did open my mouth at the wrong time then, didn't I? Bertie, I'm sorry. But hey, you didn't spin, so that's a positive. Anyway. And we're now up to 5.2 over Kazi. That Lexus is looking very strong around here. It's very much a shame that his teammate is not going to be able to replicate his brilliant work that he's doing at the moment. That teammate is me.
Well, she can't emphasize properly the way one wants.
Indeed. But what does one want? That is the actual question. So we've got 5 laps left. Some are on their 5th lap from the end, which is Kazi and Enra. Jack has actually managed to bring it back to 17 seconds up to Kazi, so I don't want to say Kazi is struggling on the medium tyres, but it appears that the mediums are not doing that Beetle very good. Enra is very much plodding along on his own up on the front of the track, doing very well. Jack in the FT1, now 5 seconds out to Marmite. I will say though, Marmite is very much going to be my driver of the day. He has been pretty much flawless. He has raced his own race. He hasn't worried about anyone else around him, and his management of the tyres has been absolutely brilliant. I don't know if he has been training with Hippie, because I know he did want to get some training in to learn the art of the Aston, but has done an amazing job on keeping those tyres in an amazing space inside the working range. Hardy made a mistake. He has been absolutely on point. Bertie, who has had a very unfortunate race this time round, is still having an argument with that car. Well, to be fair, my friend, you are the one that chose this car and this track. It is all on you. I would not be surprised if you do see Birdie come back in for another set of soft tyres, because he has lit them things up brighter than a Christmas tree. My God. He's 1 minute 16, 1 minute 17 behind the leader, and that leader is Enra, who is not that far behind him. I suspect Enra, once he makes his way onto the start-finish line to start his 23rd lap, he will be seeing Bertie in front of him. As my voice breaks. That's why I'm trying to commentate for too long. Kazi out to 6 seconds. Has now set his personal best on those medium tyres, so he's managed to get through the creepy coating that they have and is now back onto some actual rubber. And there it is on point. There's Bertie in for a set of tyres, and like I say, Kazi did get that 21.9 on that last lap, so he has managed to kind of get back in the groove, but they are very much not sitting with him. Bertie has just taken a set of rubbers and is kind of come back out again, 1 lap down from first and second. Jack is going to be tailing him down for the remaining 3 laps of the race. Marmite, once again, definitely do not want to discredit anything that Marmite has done in this race. Those mediums, I suspect, are not the best. Where it's nice to see though that the 2 people, or the 2 that tried the mediums to start, got them out the way early and was able to sit with the mediums. I very much feel that Jack would have been in a similar place to Enra if he hadn't have had that issue early on and had that off, because they both started on the mediums. They both have pretty much done the exact same strat, but if you look at Jack Mears' times on that right hand side, he did have a 41.8, but I do believe though that was actually his pit stop, so the mistake that he made was a bit early inside the soft tyre stint, I believe, which cost him probably around about 15 seconds, I would have assumed, but it definitely cost him track time. But he is still bringing down the time to Kazi. 15.5 is to second place with the penultimate lap, Enra 5.5 out on Kazi. Bertie's coming across the line. No, yes, no, he's round turn 1. It was Marmite's just come across the line. Marmite has a 1:03 lead over Bertie, because it's Marmite that's coming across the line now. It's Jack Mia that is in the process of tailing the Bertman. Apologies, just trying to get my R1 button to actually change gear, or change, or jump maybe in cockpit view, or to find a different view. But I think I've spent so long in spectator that it's not letting me do it, and I can't bother to jump back in, as we are doing a lovely job seeing all the cars as they go. As we jump on board with Enra, who's coming across the line to start his 25th lap. 23.8 on that last one, so I don't know if he maybe went a wider touch, but that is most likely the slowest time that Emma has done. Hopefully that doesn't imply that his tyres have completely gone off the cliff, but alas, only 10 more corners. I think it's 10. I think the track lane comes up as an 11 corner race, unless it's as pedantic as Red Bull Ring, which means it's potentially 17, I think. 7.1 over Casby. Thank you very much. Wasn't intended to do that as I touched the button. Who's that? Bertie. Looks like he was doing so well with catching Kazi, but has had an off. Yeah, Bertie on this last lap, or it's the last lap for him, this is lap 24, is very much putting some pace down. We aren't going to know exactly what Bertie's lap time is, as he is technically a lap down, but it will still very much imply the issues he's had today. As Enra comes around the last corner with minimal fuel. How close to the line does he die? There. 100 metres from the line. Out the fuel, Enra wins split 1 with a very respectable lap time. Kazi comes across the line second. Jack Mia brings him back to 11 seconds, which is an amazing work on the last couple of laps. Bertie has either A, run out of fuel. No, he's just stopped. Bertie, what are you doing? Just cross the line. You're affecting your own race time. Cross the line. Marmite, who has placed an absolute amazing job. Bertie, who is literally throwing time down the drain at the moment. I do not know what he is doing. Is Marmite going to hit him? I don't know. But Marmite across the line. And an amazing fourth. Bertie comes home at the higher lap down on the field. He is sat there for like 30 seconds. That has very much will affect his race time. I think he might have forgot. But anyway, that is a victory for Enra from third on the grid. Strategy worked. Can't really go wrong with that. Brilliant job from Enra. As we look at the charts, so Enra's race time is a 35.
Emoji clapping hands.
Indeed, Rob agrees. So Enra's full race time was a 35-minute 14.550. Kazi in second in the Beetle, 35 minutes 23.047. Jack Mia FT1, 35 minutes 34.378. Marmite, 36 minutes
Congrats
6
and
seconds
emoji grin,
187.
emoji clapping hands,
Bertie,
emoji clapping
a lap
hands.
down, 36 minutes and 7 seconds, .518. I will need to have a converse with Bertie, despite it being his league. But obviously he is a lap down, so he will obviously be 1 minute 22, 1 minute 23 slow, or need adding to his race time to confirm that. So we will have a chat, or if in doubt, I will save the replay to work
He
out.
wanted to be a lap down on his own accord, not just cause of time.
Very much so.
Excellent drive, Evra. Emoji grin. Emoji thumbs up with light skin tone.
Yeah,
Fire
there's light
lucky.
skin time.
Thief done Laguna now and it's gone. Emoji happy tears.
Yeah, we've got to do it tonight, Hippie. But indeed, that was a brilliant job. Let me just save that replay, just in case Bertie hasn't. Marmite's out. I'm still going to give Marmite driver of the day, or driver of the early split for me. I know what Laguna's like, and he struggles with it as much as I do, but very much brilliant. Want to go to the lobby? Mate, we're in the lobby. I would say, sort out your livery. Am I going to be able to get this in time for Kakazi? I don't know if Kakazi can even hear me. So I don't know if that was a car issue or a game issue.
I have to admit I feel majorly deflated when I botch my own event and such.
I get used to doing that.
Emoji happy tears. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
I get used to that, Dragon, especially when it comes to Superformer, because it's my event. So it was intentional, the fact of the cars fight. So much easier if we were in the party, but... I need a keyboard.
Leoff is still a monster driver.
Yeah, Levy's amazing. When he gets going, that Enra can very much put some very good times down. Fair enough then, Kaz. Guess you just need to change the 5s to the 6s. Oh, is it Iceberg's livery? See, if this were in party, or if he came into chat stream, just be so much quicker. Trying to pad and do times is not. That makes more sense. I thought it was his. No, so it's nice about made the livery. That makes sense. I'll sort him out, smack him up. Probably too busy thinking regarding Mars bars. But anyway, thank you very much, guys. That's almost been a nice solid hour for...
Baby.
Hey, don't give me shit. I've given you drive of the day, so shut your beak. But anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for stopping by for the early slot of the Fury Cup Group 3 at Laguna Seca. We'll be back again this evening. You might end up having me again. If that is the case, this is disappearing, because you don't want to see me whilst I stick it into a wall. It's going to be bad enough as it is. Hopefully someone else is going to stream tonight, or, like I say, it might end up being me. But anyway, that's been Chaos Rising. Thank you very much for stopping by. See you in 2 hours, where we get to do it all again. Yay! Take care, guys. Have a good dinner. Enjoy your day.